Now, this is a great band I can't believe haven't blown up yet. They're called Moontooth. They're from Long Island, and they've been around for a while. I know they're doing the Agora. They're like the first. They're going on first out of like 4 or 5 bands on that Dance Gavin Dance tour, but Moontooth is the one. That would be a show where I would go watch those guys and then bail.
Peace out. Yeah.
Yep, peace out. Another $1,000 for you in a few minutes. 5 or 6. 4:30 is going to be the next chance for you to go fund yourself. So these keywords come pretty fast, all told, about 1 an hour.
It happens.
What's that? It usually doesn't happen to me like this, but...
Give me a few minutes, you'll get another one. It's fine. About an hour, actually.
6:30 is, I think, going to be the last one today because the Cavs game is tonight. So we'll get out of here at 6:30. I'll hit you that last keyword today, and then Cavs will play the Hornets in Charlotte at 7 o'clock. Pregame is 6:30. 7 o'clock is the start there. And then the Cavs are back here at home on Sunday to play the Pacers for a 6 o'clock game. And they're home for a little bit. And then they're gone again. So,
as is
I'll tell you
basketball
what,
season.
Boy, past is prologue. That's how it's going to play out. Cavs in Charlotte. That's where we have Mike is one of our new bureau chiefs in Charlotte, by the way. If you listen to the show on iHeartRadio from outside Ohio, we're very well represented in the Carolinas. I don't know why that is, but we have a lot of people in North and South Carolina. Michael is a new bureau chief in Austin, Texas. Beth is in Scottsdale, Arizona. Tanya, right there, brand new in Clayton, North Carolina. And Colin listens in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. So thanks, one and all. I was reading about the NFL is going to spend $1 million trying to determine if cannabis can be used to benefit athletic recovery. They're funneling $1 million into this research. Well, that's walking around money for the NFL, but...
Yeah, it seems actually...
low.
Really low.
Whether cannabis can speed post-game recovery.
Or they already know the result is going to be, so we're going to take it off
yes,
our
it
banned
can.
substance list. And
well, but to me, it would be the difference between, it might dull the pain. Does it speed the recovery? Because those are two different things.
Well, I mean, part of recovery is being able to relax and being able to let your body do what it's naturally going to do. So for some people, it might work really well. I think there's other people that have a more paranoid reaction to cannabis, and it might not work as well for them. Well, but it should be something that NFL players aren't getting in trouble for anymore.
Exactly that. This is one of these things where the league is probably like, look, they're all vaping anyway. They're all smoking pot or something. So let's figure out what we can figure out officially. Anecdotally, obviously, athletes for a long time have extolled the virtues of pot, MMA, and anything where you can get yourself hurt. It's been a big deal behind the scenes.
Or just if you like to have a good time. Because the NBA, I don't think they've tested for marijuana for a long time because they're like, this is a losing battle.
Right.
Why are we making these guys jump through these hoops when we know it's going to be fine?
It's legal in like half the union right now. Right. How are we going to bust these guys' balls for getting high?
First starting out, man, pot does make you paranoid. It's scary.
It never made me paranoid.
Oh,
it made me horny.
It still makes me horny. Imagine being horny and paranoid. That's very...
That's how you live most of your life every day.
Yeah, horny and paranoid.
It's usually one or the other.
It's going to be the name of your autobiography.
I'm like, all right, I'm going to go watch this porn. But wait, is somebody watching me watch this porn? It's very scary. I close up all my windows. I make sure my doors are locked, and then I'm like, all right, now I'm about to toss it.
I don't get, porn horny, if that makes sense.
No, you want another live person
I want
there.
Physical touch.
Yeah, but...
that's what... if I'm high... And it's like that kind of high. I want that physical touch. That's nice.
I would like that too, but also, I'm high, so I'm not going to drive anywhere. I told you.
Well, that's why you do it with somebody. Like, you have a plan in place.
Yeah, no, I love maybe I am sad because I like getting high alone.
There's no maybe about it. There's no maybe about it. You are a sad man.
I get high by myself. I shut the blinds. No one can bother me.
You don't even try to have a human connection. You're just
No,
like,
I can have a human connection by myself. Here's this hand and here's this hand, and then, yeah.
no, jeez.
You see what he did there?
Yeah.
The connection is between his hand and his wiener.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's all the connection he needs.
No. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not an athlete, and I smoke weed.
I'm glad you're not an athlete, too.
I wish he was an athlete.
For reasons that far surpass whether or not marijuana is legal. You could be.
No, I don't want to be.
All right. People love hearing you talk about badminton. You played badminton for a long time.
I did it in gym class. It was a 6.
Why do you sigh?
Because
why?
Because I never stuck with anything. I wasn't really good at badminton.
You could have stuck with it. You would have been fine.
No.
All right. Let me give you some money here. It's $1,000, as promised. A chance for you to go fund yourself. We only have a couple more weeks of this, too, I think, by the way. So, still got plenty of chances, but the days are waning. So listen closely. I hope you win. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword HOPE at WMMS.com. That's HOPE. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
I couldn't help but think of, and it's a bit of a stretch, but when people always talk about, last segment we were talking about Rogan and how much responsibility do people really. You can't be held responsible for what someone who listens to you might do.
Right.
Across the board, right? He's not responsible for what someone else does. But there's a degree of responsibility based on who you are and who you're talking to or whatever. And I don't know how it came up. I was chatting with a friend about this, a buddy of mine who's on the air in Chicago. And we were talking about when I was on in Pittsburgh, we're talking 20 years ago, we did this annual huge festival. When radio stations still did festivals. We did X-Fest. And you'd have multiple stages, and you would have, everybody knows what a festival is. And we would put this on every year at the big shed outside Pittsburgh. And in 2000, Stone Temple Pilots were our headliner. Scott Weiland was still alive, which made the performance all the better. Quite frankly. It was where I started my feud with Art Alexakis of Everclear.
Is that still going to this day?
We haven't spoken in a long time. I don't know. He hasn't reached out. I haven't reached out.
I think you should
I think after a while, people just go, isn't the fight over? Who cares, right?
I care. I want that fight.
So we had STP, we had Everclear, we had Eve 6. They were hot then. A bunch of baby bands. Cypress Hill came and played, whatever. Well, it's a long day at one of these things, right? Ton of bands, and you're running around doing stuff and doing stage announcements or whatever. And I was going to do the stage announcement for Stone Temple Pilots. They were going to be the last band on. And at this time, whoever's going to come out has already been out. So there's 25,000 people out there on the lawn. And at the very end of the night, long day, whatever, people started to set everything on fire. They started to set the rental lawn chairs on fire. Anything they could find, they set on fire. And I'm backstage, and STP's there, and they go, "Are we?" I go, "Guys, this is business as usual. We're doing this. It's the end of a very long day. They came to see you, blah, blah, blah." And I go out there, and I'm getting everybody riled up. And the station management had asked me to ask people, the venue management and the station management asked me to ask people to stop setting things on fire.
I'm sure that went over great.
Well, I didn't do that. So I got in a lot of trouble because I made some throwaway comment like, "That's the last time I lend someone my lighter." The crowd loved it.
Yeah.
You know how I love a crowd.
Yeah. You got to get the laugh.
Bosses were not pleased at all. It was like in the paper the next day that, thousands of people had burned crap and, So I got in trouble.
Local DJ makes light of the situation.
Good pun.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for making a fire joke instead of telling people to stop. But you know what would have happened had I said, "Hey, guys."
Mm-hmm. it was a fire joke too. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So you can't control what people are going to do. And sometimes telling them to stop just makes them want to do it more. And that might seem childish, but that's basically been my whole philosophy, my whole life. I didn't even want to do that until you told me I couldn't.
That's how a lot of people feel. That's how...
It's an immature way to be, but it's hard to deprogram yourself from that.
No matter what the mandates are, if there's a mandate about anything, is a mandate that you have to tie your shoes, there's going to be anti-tires. They say, I'm not tying my shoe. You can't make me tie my shoes.
Right. But that's where the maturity comes in. There are some things that are needlessly restrictive. There are other things where you go, oh, that makes sense. I understand why you want me to do that. I've applied some critical thinking here, and now it makes sense. But if it's something that just has something to do with me and my severe mistrust of authority figures, then I go, I don't want to do that. But I hadn't thought about that for a long time until somebody mentioned it to me. They go, don't you remember when you told everybody to give your lighter back? Or something? I go, God, that's not what I said, but holy cow. I forgot about that. That was the year that we had Crazy Town, because they were real hot then.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Those festivals, you have a couple of like big, huge headliners, and then you have all these other like bands of the moment. So when you go back and look at these lineups, they're hilarious. Bands that are long gone.
I'm going to send you a Crazy Town meme. See if it makes sense to you.
Uh-huh. I sent Poundcake video of Dolly Parton getting ushered in by a phalanx of security guards into a restaurant.
I watched.
Yeah. Basically proved everything he was saying. She's getting ushered into this restaurant, and the paparazzi are there. And I doubt that happens frequently to her. It looked like she was in Los Angeles or something.
I just feel like after a certain point in your career, I don't feel like you drive anywhere anymore. Like I would be very surprised if I saw like Dolly Parton driving herself to the grocery store.
Listen, I've said it. If I had the kind of money where I was going to splurge on something, a driver is what I would splurge on.
Like I was going to say,
it'd be great to be driven around.
Imagine,
and I like driving, but it would be great to be driven around.
Imagine seeing Beyonce next to you at a stoplight. Like there's certain levels of fame. Like they have to have bulletproof vehicles. They have to have like windows. That's why the windows are always so tinted. Like people don't know how to react.
Well, I think you're part of the problem too.
I'm not a part of the problem.
How are you part of the problem?
No, I mean, I think because he's the type of person that is like, I know someone that saw Beyonce. Like, I don't know if you could keep it cool if you saw certain people.
No, I wouldn't be able to keep it cool, but that's why I'm issuing the statement that I would feel weird if I was at a stoplight with Beyonce. There was one time where Janet Jackson she was here for a concert. This was well over 10 years ago because Bounce isn't even still around. She was supposed to stop at Bounce afterwards. And I kept asking the person at the door, I was like, is she here yet? Is she here yet? And they're like, we're not going to tell you when she's here. I'm like, but she's coming, right? They're like, maybe. We don't know. I'm like, I really want to see her. And they're like, you're the type of person that makes her not want to come to places. I'm like, I want to see Janet Jackson. What you mean? I want to greet her. I want to say hello.
So the meme you sent me, which went to the group chat, and Mary got it. Yeah. Who's the guy in the hat?
That's a guy saying "Milady."
Oh, I thought that was like a guy named. No. So he's just being fancy.
Yeah, that's like the edgelord type dudes. That's like I wear a fedora and I'm
and I speak like I'm at a Renaissance fair. I see.
I would have just stared at this. I'm like, guys, there's some butterflies and some.
No, you're not going to get it. But
if you go to my Instagram story, I posted on there. You can guess the song.
That's pretty good.
There's sugar cubes.
Yeah.
Sugar, my baby.
Baby. Hey, you want to do Poundcake's rock trivia? Poundcake's rock trivia. Okay. Hopefully it's a non Bob Dylan. Non-Neil Young, non-Springsteen question. There seem to be painfully few of those that don't have to deal with those guys. But we'll see. And we're down a person, too, because Mary's out. So it's just going to be me and Bill.
Thursday, February 3rd, which Springsteen video... I'm just kidding. No.
I was going to say, you son of a bitch.
No.
All right.
Which Madonna video was not banned by MTV?
Oh, you might even know this.
Ooh, which Madonna video was not banned by MTV?
So, A, B, C, or D.
Okay.
A, Like a Prayer. B, What It Feels Like for a Girl. C, Justify My Love. Or D, all of them were banned by MTV.
They weren't all banned.
I'm going to go Justify. No, What It Feels Like to Be a Girl.
It's not D, and it's not C. Which one was not banned? I'm going to say, was A Like a Prayer?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing Like a Prayer on MTV.
Okay, well, the answer is Like a Prayer.
Hey!
Like
there
a
you
Prayer
go.
was not banned. I don't even know why they made that a question.
That was actually kind of a coin flip because I don't even remember what it feels like to be a girl. I don't remember that
I
song.
thought that's why it would be the one that was banned.
Oh, I see.
But-
because Justify My Love, it was a big deal that they banned it because she was half naked and the whole thing.
Well, it wasn't Like a Prayer the one with the burning crosses or whatever?
Yes.
But I don't think they got her banned from
I
MTV.
just remember
It's-
it was like very controversial though.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was banned. What
Do you
was it? I was
guys-
a little kid.
Do you guys want to do this?
Today's? Yes.
No. This weekend.
Oh, yeah, the weekend.
Well, I thought we just did Thursdays.
Oh, we did do Thursdays. My bad.
You want to
I'm
do today's?
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Bill.
See
So,
what happens when you listen to the show?
but all right. Well, it's a Springsteen question. So,
Jesus Christ.
swear to God. So we can still do this weekend if you want to.
Yeah.
What is the occupation of Bruce Springsteen's character in "I'm on Fire" video?
Oh.
A, a fireman. B, a cop. C, a nurse. Or D, car mechanic.
Oh, I remember the song and I remember the videos on Born in the USA. I'm just going to say car mechanic.
I'll go with fireman.
Damn it. Alan is 2 for 2. Car mechanic.
Firemen seem a little on the nose.
It does,
yeah.
but I didn't want to just guess what you guessed.
That's
the
contrarian. Yeah, we got to spread them out. All right, well, let's do tomorrow's then.
I was going to say, I know we have to go to break, so I will just do this one real quick. This is a Johnny Rotten question, so you might get this one too. How did Johnny Rotten audition for the Sex Pistols? A, breaking Vivian
Westwood?
Vivian Westwood's window. B, singing the Monkees' I'm a Believer. C, lip syncing to Alice Cooper's I'm 18. Or D, doing an interpretive dance to Pink Floyd's Great Gig in the Sky.
It's got to be A or B.
I'm going to go breaking the window.
I'm going to go Monkees.
You're both wrong. Lip syncing to Alice Cooper's I'm 18.
Sucks. I'm 18. All right, well, there you go. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Okay, yeah, I got to take a break. If you want to get a text for anything, do that. 3519.